Good morning and welcome back to Mike's Marvelous Mess. Today we are going to be working on some kitchen cabinets and doing some painting and some trim work, and the house is starting to come together. Well, and this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is why you use drop cloths. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and I didn't realize my bucket was so full, and before I knew it, had something cool on my hands. Said, what's that? Oh my gosh, I'm spilling paint everywhere. So luckily it went on my drop cloth. Well, I'm back and I'm priming and painting and sanding and doing all kinds of stuff on these kitchen cabinets, but I wanted to show you guys the progression. I don't have any cabinet drawers or drawers that are still in bare wood, but you can remember what it looks like. It's like this island right here. It's that color. So this is the way the progression goes. These right here, that row of drawers is primer. And then this next section here has one coat of paint on it. And you can see it's a little bit speckly, not 100% coverage. And then over here, I have these two drawers that are done with two coats. So you can see the difference between the first coat and the second coat. Looks a whole lot better. I still haven't decided if I'm gonna have to put a third coat on it or not. But we've got all of these drawers over here painted. Those all have two coats on them. And in here, this cabinet has two coats on it as well, and those drawers over there as well. So we're finally starting to get someplace. Maybe tomorrow we'll actually get some of the doors and drawers reinstalled. Okay, so we're about done in the kitchen. You can see we've got our nice, beautiful blue paint on the cabinets. And we've also done some work on the shelves. The shelves need poly on them so that if you have moisture in the air, and we're in Galveston, so we always have moisture in the air, that they won't start to warp or bend or anything. So we've got poly on all of our shelves, and it's gonna make our cabinets more durable, and it's also going to make them last longer. We're gonna clean this place up a little bit today because we've been working and just kind of throwing stuff everywhere, and I like to have a clean work site. What about you? There's more than one way to do this. I'd like to know what you think about the job site. Should you waste your time picking things up as you go, or just wait until you get done and then clean them up? Well, good morning. It's another day at Mike's Marvelous Mess. We're doing something closer to finished work. We have our nice vanity here in the master bath. Yesterday we attached the top. It is a solid surface. Today we are putting on the door handles. So I got a box of door handles here, and shouldn't be too hard. So let's get these things put on. Let's figure it out. Ta-da! Finished! Now all I gotta do is pick up all my extra screws and on to the next task. Okay, now the next thing I need to try and do is get this vanity pushed back up against the wall so that I can install the backsplash. I've got plumbing in here that I need to be careful of. I don't want to, break anything. Gently, side by side. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I just ran out of silicone. Normally I would put more on there, of course, but it really only takes enough to hold it, so we're good. We're gonna slide this up and stick it up to the wall. Just like that. And voila. Not going anywhere. Now we got this one here. Put this one up in the same kind of thing. Boom. All done? Great. Okay, we're putting some color on the walls here in the bedroom or possibly the office area. So we've got a nice terracotta type color. We're gonna be cutting it in. And once I cut it in, then Casey will come around behind me and roll in the main body of it. So when you cut in, you start, you put your brush down and then you drag your paint to where you want it, and you get a nice clean line. Get just enough paint so you can come back, and then you push it into the corner, and then you come across with your finish, right just like that. See that right there? That's a boo-boo. You don't do that. So now I gotta clean it up. So I'll probably have to come back and do a little touch up with that, but you know, that's the name of the game. That's the way it goes. Yesterday, I had to be a dad and go up to the Houston area and be with my daughter. She was having back surgery, so that's all taken care of and she's doing great. But while I was gone, things did not stop around here. Casey, my right-hand man, was here, and as you can see behind me, he was able to get this wall here in one of the bedrooms painted in. In addition to that, he got this other wall here in the music room painted as well, and this blue wall in our second bedroom. And he got the blue accent wall painted in the master bedroom as well. So we are progressing, and today I got in a little bit of tile. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of tile work in here. You can see I've already got some cut pieces of tile down on the floor here, ready for installation. So I know we've shown you tile before, so we're not gonna go into great detail on that. If we have time, we might get around to putting the handles, pulls on the kitchen cabinets, but we'll just have to play that by ear. Well, we have our hardware for our kitchen cabinets, and this is what it's gonna look like. Maybe a little bit hard for you to see on the camera, but it's very heavy and beefy, so it gives you that nice, feeling when you grab the handle. It's got some meat to it. On the middle of it, from where my fingers from here to here, has a cross hatch design in it for grip and for looks as well. So we're gonna be putting those on today. Got a whole box of them. And we are gonna be using this tool right here to put them on. When you put handles on kitchen cabinets, you are drilling holes in your wood, and you have to be perfect. You make a mistake on a cabinet and now you've got a hole in your drawer or your cabinet door, and it just looks awful. There's no good way to patch it. So there's two ways to do this. I used to make a jig, and the jig would fit on the cabinet. I'll show you. Like if you were working on this cabinet here, you'd make a jig and you would make it so that the jig would fit snug up against this side of the cabinet and this side, and then it would have pre-drilled holes in it so you could just put it on your cabinet, put it in place, and then drill your holes. Problem with that is you have to make a different jig for every set of cabinets that you do, basically. You also have to make different jigs for each kind of cabinet. This is got a cabinet door on it, but now that jig wouldn't work for this cabinet drawer here. So what I have changed to is this tool right here. This thing is amazing because it's adjustable. So remember how I said you make a jig and you fit it up tight against the door of the drawer? Well, this, you adjust your jig so it's in the right place, and then you adjust these screws up here for the handle, and now you just come over and you put your jig on the door, and it's perfect every single time, and you have to worry a lot less about making a mistake and screwing up your cabinet door. So these are not real expensive. I bought this on the internet and probably paid like $18 or $20 for it. And I've been using it for several years now. I would never go back to the old way now that I have this. So if you're thinking about cabinets, and doing pulls and drawers handles, this is really a good tool to have. It's worth the money.